This is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello.
Hola!
Bonjour.
Konnichiwa.
Ni hao.
Ciao!
Annyeonghaseyo.
Mabuhay!
Welcome to Washington State.
Explore the sights. Discover new things.
Appreciate the arts, music, and food.
Travel to new places.
Meet the people.
Make new friends.
In other words, come home with us.
Come home with us.
This is INCRadio Seattle, Washington. All right, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all members and listeners around the world. We thank you for joining us for yet another edition of INCRadio Seattle, Washington. I'm your host for today, Brother Marlon Taduran from the local congregation of Tacoma, and we have a very exciting topic to share with all of you today. On today's show, our topic will be resiliency skills, self-care edition. What is self-care? How often should we utilize it? Why is it important? Stay tuned and we'll discuss in our segment today. We will also have updates and news on activities in the district. And we also have our ongoing hashtag challenge. When you comment in the chat, be sure to leave a hashtag with your local congregation, and the winning congregation will be the one with the most hashtags at the end of the program. So, to make sure that your hashtag counts, make sure that you comment on the actual YouTube link that contains INCRadio Seattle, Washington in the title and not INCRadio live stream. So be sure that you're in the right place so that your hashtags will count for the challenge. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and speak about last week's winners for that coveted hashtag challenge. All right, coming in at third place, it is the local congregation of Oak Harbor. All right, great job, Oak Harbor. In second place, we have, are we going to be going up north or are we going to be going south? Let's find out. It is the local congregation of Everett. All right, Everett. Is that an E right there? Everett, yeah. And coming in at first place for our hashtag challenge, it is the local congregation of Bellingham. All right, Bellingham. Give them a B, lowercase b. There you go. I think that's a D. I don't know. But congratulations to all of our congregations. Keep it up. We'll be counting all the different hashtags from all the different local congregations in our program today. So do your best, everyone, and keep that chat going. Keep it active, and we'll be sure to read some of your messages and greetings, as well as your responses later on in our program today. Now, we have two guests that will be joining us for our program today, and they may be very familiar faces if you're familiar with our Seattle satellite. Let's begin first with our sister. Ooh, they're both on the edge of their seat right now. Sister Sherelle, please tell us your full name, what congregation you're from, and if you have any shout outs at this moment, please do so.
Hi everyone, my name is Sister Sherelle Ruiz from the locale of hashtag Tacoma. Woohoo! Shout outs I would like to give are to my family here in Washington and Alaska, and of course the locale of Tacoma.
All right, thank you so much, Sister Sherelle, for joining us. Our second guest that we have for today, she is actually a producer for our radio satellite. It is our very own Sister Kate. Please introduce yourself, where you're from, and what shout outs you have this is your opportunity to do so.
Yes, hello. My name is Sister Kate. I'm from the local of Everett. For shout outs, I'd just like to shout out my family. Hello.
All right. That's a good shout out. It's nice to shout out your friends and family instead of shouting at them. So this is a much more pleasant way to do so. And if you would love to do a shout out on our program or talk about any of the topics that we have, you are all more than welcome to be a guest on the show. Uh, the door is always open, and we love seeing new faces as well as familiar faces here on the program. So tell everyone, this is our satellite here in Seattle, Washington. We want to see more from people in this area. So if you'd like to be on the program, reach out. We'd be more than happy to have you as a guest. But today, we will be talking about resiliency skills and more specifically, self-care. So let's get right into the discussion. But before we do that, we also want to get the chat in on the discussion. So we asked this to the chat: what do you like to do for self-care? So we want to hear what you like to do. How do you take care of yourself? We want to know, and we'll read your responses during our discussion today. Let's go ahead and begin with Sister Sherelle. Are you ready, Sister Sherelle?
Yes, brother.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sister. All right, so what do you like to do for self-care?
Um, Something that I like to do, especially I think a lot of teenagers my age can relate. Skincare. Skincare is a big part of my self-care because a lot of teenagers, and I think if when Brother Marlon, when you were a teenager, you had acne, and a lot of teenagers now, or
Oh yes,
every
I had a lot of acne, Sister Sherelle. So yes, it was a
um
problem.
I like to take care of trying to reduce my acne because I have a lot of it, and I use a lot of Korean skincare, so it's really helping with um my self-care. And I also take showers every night because not only do you have dirt building up on your face, but also on yourself. So it's a good way to take care of yourself by taking a shower and doing your skincare every morning and night.
Ooh, I like that, Sister Sherelle. I wish I had some Korean skincare products for myself, for my skin to be as smooth as yours. You look like you are glowing today. Uh, very good self-care. The shower thing is also a great way to just de-stress and get lost in your own space there in the shower. You said a hot shower, Sister Sherelle, or a cold shower? Which do you prefer?
Oh, warm. I can't take hot showers or else I feel like I'm gonna burn.
I don't know. For me, I like the hot showers. I like the burn, as you say. I don't think that's good for my skin, though. It might dry me out, from what I've heard. But enough about showers. Um, Sister Kate, what do you like to do for self-care?
Hey, before that question, I would also like to add for really calming showers, you can add like sometimes I put like essential oils like when
Ooh,
I shower. It's like aromatherapy.
yes.
And I have a little lamp in my bathroom that I like put on and then I turn off all the lights. It's a very relaxing mood in there.
Oh, what kind of scents of essential oils do you like to utilize during that
I
time?
I don't know what it is, but on the bottle it just says like chill.
Well, it sounds like a very chill time to have in the shower. I
Yeah.
also like to utilize the shower space in a horizontal position in bath mode, with like Epsom salts and also ambient lighting, like you said, just soaking away all the troubles and stress and aches and pains from everyday living. It's a nice escape just right there in your bathroom. So it's a great thing to utilize to rejuvenate yourself after a long day. Sister Sherelle, how often do you utilize self-care? So you already touched upon that a little bit. You said you take a shower every night, but what about for other things? How often do you utilize self-care?
Well, every day I would like to try to utilize self-care because it's good for me. But then there's also those days where you're like feel like so lazy and you don't want to get up. Um, but I try to do like major self-care at least once or twice a week, whether that be like the full on, I don't know, just listening to some music and cleaning because a good and clean environment can be calming for yourself. Um, yeah, once or twice a
I
week.
have to totally agree with you on that one. Having a nice and clean space. Uh, Cleaning is a great way to do self-care. For some people, they may see it as a chore, but just like how I like to wash away all the troubles in the bathtub, I like to wash away the dirt and grime in the house and have a clean space, nice clean space to be into. But yes, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Sister Cheryl, but that resonated with me quite a bit. I do like clean spaces, but if you'd like to continue, go ahead, Sister Cheryl.
No, I'm all finished.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Sister Cheryl. Um, laughter is a great self-care tactic also in making yourself happy during those times. How about you, Sister Kate? How often do you utilize self-care?
Um, I would say like every day too, but that more relates to like having a clean space. I do clean like every night, like not a deep clean or anything, but I like setting my place like neatly so then I wake up and it's like very relaxing for me. The other thing I do sometimes is I journal. So I'd write about, how the day went. Especially because I think I can think so much. Like I'm like a big overthinker sometimes, so it's easy to like write down what I feel, and like the things that had made me really happy and made me really grateful of that day. Because I think it's easy to forget like all the great things that you have every day. So I like to write about it.
I like that. Sometimes there are plenty of things that we take for granted, and uh, when we don't have those things that we have every day. It makes us realize like how lucky we are. Like for instance, right now it's nice to have a light in your room, right? Something simple as that. Not walking around in darkness all the time. Being able to just open the refrigerator and take out a piece of that leftover you had last night from that delicious dinner you had, and recalling how that made you feel again by having it for lunch the following day. Just tiny things like that. It doesn't always have to be a grand gesture. There's just a lot of small things that we can be happy and grateful about. So I like that. Uh, Having a journal just to write down those things that we might forget about. Oh, we have some great responses right now in the chat. Let's go ahead and read some of those. We have one from brother Gabe Johnson. He says making sure to exercise and spend time in nature. And those are things that you can do at the same time. Go for a hike, a walk in the park, maybe walk your dog if you have a pet dog. Enjoy the sunshine. It doesn't come often here in Washington State, but when it does, oh, you can bet that everyone will be wearing shorts and t-shirts no matter what the temperature is outside because we love the sunshine here in Washington State. We also have a response from Sister Blessing Guillermo. She says, ooh, another walk and green trails, hanging out with your best friends, and eating healthy. Yes, those are all great ways to self-care for yourself. We have a response from Brother Philomer Flauta. He says exercising, praying, eating, and sleeping all do good. So maybe don't eat while you're sleeping. Keep those separate. That could be dangerous, but and messy. Don't like to have stains in the bed, like a pizza sauce or something on your pillowcases. Not a good idea. We have one from Sister Annette Baldonado from hashtag Federal Way Self-Care, clean and make yourself always clean, neat and pretty at all times. Do you agree with that, Sister Sherelle?
Yes, brother.
All right. We have one from Donna Sanchez. She just says straight up, lavender scent. Lavender scent. I do enjoy a nice lavender scent. That could be one of the essential oils that you can put into your bathtub or shower. It's a very relaxed, especially before bed. It's supposed to help with going to sleep. So the smell of a sweet lavender field before you go to bed is quite pleasant. We have one from Sister Mira Gugera. It says, good and healthy food choices is my self-care. Healthy living! She says that in all capitalized text and hashtag Marysville. Thank you, Sister Mira. We also have one from Sister Mia. This is the sister of Sister Sherelle. She says, eating ice cream with family, like with my Uncle Marlon. Oh, I think she wants to go out for ice cream pretty soon. So we'll do that, Sister Mia. Now that's my ultimate self-care, she says. Hint, hint, po. LOL, Sister Mia. So yes, I like that self-care, Sister Mia. So we should maybe go out for ice cream sometime soon. Maybe some bubble tea. It's the best of both worlds there. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on with our discussion. Uh, okay, this is a really important question. We'll start off with Sister Sherelle. Why is having time for self-care, why is that important, you think, Sister Sherelle?
I think having time for self-care is important because I don't know, if I don't take care of myself, I don't function properly. I just feel like a slug. I just don't want to do anything. So, like what they said in the comments, eating healthy. If I don't eat like healthy, like if I don't, yeah, then I'll feel very not good. So, making sure that you feel good will make sure that your day is good.
Yes, you don't want to go at a snail's pace during the day. You want to do those things to take care of yourself to keep on going. How about you, Sister Kate? Why do you find self-care important?
Um, I felt like Sister Cheryl had a really good response where it's like if you don't take care of yourself every day, then you just kind of I feel like it'll be hard for you. Like, yeah, storing things inside isn't, good for you. I think that's also part of why I journal. Another good thing that I also find myself doing is when I feel kind of overwhelmed, I just like exercise. So finding these little outlets where you're able to just kind of release whatever tension that you have, whether it's exercise, journaling, or even prayer, right? To be able to like express those kind of feelings is really important to do every day. And if not every day, at least, every other day.
I agree. It's very important to there are many things in our life where we want to take care of others or take care of things, but if we're not taking care of ourselves, we can't do those things to the best of our ability. And it's like you said, if we keep those in ourselves and let them build up like this volcano that is building up around us, and we're just filled with all this stress and problems, boom, right? It just all comes out in a very, maybe a violent manner or self-destructive, and we don't want to see that. So we need to do our best to take care of ourselves so that we can be the best that we can be, to do things that we care about in our lives. And one of those things we should care about most is ourselves, so that we can, function and not be overwhelmed with everything in our lives. So thank you so much, sisters, for our discussion today. Self-care is a beautiful thing, and we should try to fit it into our schedules. Find that time. We all need that space so that we can, you know, benefit from taking care of ourselves. But now we're going to go into our next segment, CFO in Action. That will be led by me. So, hello, I'm Brother Marlon. I am doing the CFO in Action segment for today. For our past activities, on Sunday, October 6th, we had a district EVM sponsored by all officers. This took place in the local congregation of Seattle, and that was at 6 p.m. For future activities, Sunday, October 13th, this is tomorrow, we have a district family bowling in Kenmore at 5 p.m. So, Sister Sherelle, are you a good bowler?
If I'm being honest, not really.
Honesty is always very appreciated, sister. Yes, but if you are a fan of bowling or your family is, bring them on over to the activity. It'll be a lot of fun. A chance to even meet up with some of my friends around the district. Uh, and maybe you can talk about other things besides bowling at the activity. Other than that, that's all we have for our CFO in Action segment. We do have a cliffhanger statement before we leave that will lead into our next program. We had a lot of people talking about this in our chat today, but our question to you before we leave is, how do you cook healthy meals? So, we'll be talking about food next week, and food of the healthy variety. So don't miss out on our program next week. It should be a good one, delicious one, right? Okay. Also, before we leave, we want to share the message with everyone that there are several ways to tune into the program. One is through our YouTube channel. While you're there on YouTube, type in INCRadio DZEM 954. While you're there, don't forget to subscribe. You can also catch the program at incradio.org. So spread the news to your friends and loved ones so that they don't miss out on all the programming and fun that we have here at INC Radio. All right. Now, with that said, we want to give a special thank you to our Brother Eduardo Manalo, our Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Manalo, our SETC President and CFO Coordinator, Brother Ramil Regino, our District Minister, Brother Relly Rivera, our Assistant District Minister, Brother Chris Valdez, our CFO Overseer, Brother Manly and Dye, our Executive Producer, the listeners. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening in on the program. And our INC Radio Tech crew, thank you so much. Without all of you, this show would not be made possible. And with that, from INC Radio Seattle, we will see you later.
are presenting the Iglesia ni Cristo Sign Language Guide, Android and iOS version. We gladly introduce the new interface of our INC